Hey, welcome back to Me in the Latter Days. Today we're going to do an episode in our ongoing Paul Problem series called Cut and Cast. We're going to go through a lot of passages today, and this, while it's not perhaps as big of a deal as most of the other things that we've covered in this series, it's still a big deal. And so I wanted to do an episode on this because it's something that I realized a couple weeks ago. Let's start in Matthew 3. And again, we're going to go through several passages. We're going to go kind of quickly so we can make it through everything in a relatively short period of time. Let's look at Matthew chapter 3. Let's look at Matthew 3, verse 10. And even now the axe is laid to the root of the trees. Therefore every tree which does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown or cast into the fire. Yeshua says, every tree or every branch that doesn't bear good fruit, it's cut off. It's cut and cast. It's cut off and it's cast into the fire. Let's look at chapter 7, verses 15 to 20. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. If you haven't seen the prior episode, the prophecy of the ravenous wolf that was given in Genesis 49, I urge you to go back and watch that video. It's very, very important. You will know them by their fruits. So you're going to know them by the fruit that is visible on the tree. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree, it bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and cast or thrown out into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. Same thing. Cut and cast. Performance. Actions. Works. There are works required. There is fruit that must be borne. There is fruit that must be visible on the tree. If there's no fruit, if there's no works, that tree or that branch, it's cut off and it's cast into the fire. Let's look at John 15. John 15, 1 through 8. I am the true vine. If Yeshua is telling us that he's the true vine, what is he implying? He's implying that there is also a false vine. There's a true vine and there's a false vine. He is the true vine, he alone. And my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes that it may bear more fruit. You are already clean because of what? Because of the word which I have spoken to you. Not the word that Paul spoke to you, someone else spoke to you, someone else's gospel. You're clean because of the word that I spoke to you. Abide in me. That means remain in him. Stay in him. Don't leave him. Don't go beyond. Stay in his doctrine. Abide in him and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it remains, abides, stays in the vine. Don't go off and join another vine, the false vine. Stay in the true vine. Stay in his words. Remain in him. Unless you abide in the vine, in the true vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. Neither can you bear fruit. Now let's go back to Matthew. Let's look at Matthew 5. Let's look at 29 to 30. If your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you. For it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for your whole body to be cast into hell. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it. Cut and cast it from you. For it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for your whole body to be cast into hell. What's he telling us? He's telling us if there's a stumbling block, if something is holding you back, eliminate it. Eliminate it. Cut it off and cast it from you. Okay? And he's using the analogy of body parts. Let's go to 18. Matthew 18, verses 8 and 9. If your hand or foot, pay attention to the examples he gives. If your hand or your foot causes you to sin, cut it off and cast it from you. Cut and cast. Hand or foot. It is better for you to enter into life lame or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire. And if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you. For it is better for you to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hellfire. So again, he's giving kind of the same example. Eliminate the stumbling blocks. Cut it off and cast it from you. And what examples does he give? He uses, once again, members of our body parts, but not just any body parts. Hand, foot, and eye. Hand, foot, and eye. Why does Yeshua choose the hand, the foot, and the eye? Let's look now at Deuteronomy chapter 13. Deuteronomy 13, verse 5. Okay, so in Deuteronomy 13, it's dealing with false prophets, dreamers of dreams. Somebody comes along, they're working miracles, but they're attempting to entice you to walk contrary to his law, contrary to the law of Moses, contrary to his Torah. And he says in verse 5, that prophet or that dreamer of dreams, he shall be put to death. Cut it off and cast it. False prophet, cut off and cast. He shall be put to death because he has spoken in order to turn you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you from the house of bondage, to entice you from the way in which the Lord your God commanded you to walk. So you shall put the evil from your midst. Cut it off, cast it. Why? To save the body. Put the evil out of your midst. This is a very, very important principle that is laid down in the Torah that Yeshua expands upon. Let's look at 17:7. 17:7. The hands of the witnesses shall be the first against him to put him to death, and afterward the hands of all the people. So you shall put away the evil from among you. Again, this is a Torah principle. When there is a stumbling block, when there is somebody in the camp who's not doing what they're supposed to do and they are going contrary, they are following the voice of another, they are taking a different path, they are to be cut off. If they are worshiping other gods, if they are following another way, they are to be cut off. They're to be cut off. And that is done to save the camp. It's a protection mechanism. It's a survival mechanism. It's designed to keep the family safe. Let's look at verse 12. Verse 12, now the man who acts presumptuously and will not heed the priest who stands to minister there before Hashem your God, or the judge, that man shall die. So you shall put away the evil from Israel. Again, we're not playing games here. If there's a stumbling block, cut and cast. Put out the evil from amongst your midst. Keep the camp pure. Let's look at 19:19. 19:19. Then you shall do to him as you thought to have done to his brother, so you shall put away the evil from among you. We're hearing the same thing over and over and over and over. Now let's switch gears. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 12. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, and let's look at verses 12 to 27. For as the body is one and has many members, but all the members are of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ. For by one Spirit we were all baptized into one body, whether Jews or Greeks, whether slaves or free, and have all been made to drink in one Spirit. For in fact the body is not one member, but many. If the foot should say, because I am not a hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear should say, because I am not an eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where would be the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where would be the smelling? But now God has set the members, each one of them, in the body just as he pleased. And if they were all one member, where would the body be? But now, indeed, there are many members, yet one body. And the eye, remember what Yeshua used, foot, hand, and eye. And the eye cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. So now he introduces the head. Yeshua didn't mention the head. He mentions head here in this section. Who is the head? We're going to find that out in a minute. Nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. No, much rather. Those members of the body which seem to be weaker are necessary. That word weaker means sick or feeble, diseased. It's sick. There's something wrong. He says they're necessary. A part of the body that is sickly is necessary. And those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, on those, we don't cut them off. We bestow greater honor. And our unpresentable parts have greater modesty, but our presentable parts have no need. But God composed the body, having given greater honor to that part which lacks it. Does this line up? This does not line up. That there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care for one another. And if one member suffers, all the members suffer with it. Is this what Yeshua taught? Cut and cast. Eliminate the stumbling block. Remove the evil from amongst your midst. Cut it off and cast it from you. What does Paul say? He doesn't say that. If one member suffers, all the members suffer with it. Or if one member is honored, all the members rejoice with it. Now, you are the body of Christ and members individually. Doesn't line up, does it? It's a completely different package, as we've seen over and over and over and over again. And again, this is maybe not as, on the surface, as big of a deal as most of the other things that we've covered in our Paul Problem series, but this is important. This is very important. Let's bump back to 1 Corinthians 11:3. And remember, Paul says, the head cannot say to the foot, I don't need you. Who's the head? Because Yeshua doesn't use the head. He just says hand, foot, and eye. Paul says, the head cannot say to the foot. He's using this analogy. Who does Paul see as the head? Who cannot say to the foot, I have no need of you. Look at 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I want you to know that the head of every man is Christ. The head of the woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. The head of the body is Christ. Let's look at Ephesians 4:15. Ephesians 4:15 says, but speaking the truth in love may grow up in all things into him who is the head, Christ. So again, Paul clearly identifies the head as Christ, yet in Paul's example, he says the head, Christ, cannot say to the foot, I have no need of you. But the head tells us, Yeshua tells us in Matthew, the head literally tells us, yeah, that's exactly what we're supposed to do. Cut and cast. If it is diseased, if it is holding you back, if it is a stumbling block, cut and cast. Okay? So I hope that you can see, once again, we have major discrepancies between what Yeshua taught and what Paul of Tarsus taught. We can continue to explore more of these things over time. So I urge you, if you haven't yet watched the Paul Problem series from the beginning, go back to the beginning. I will include a link to the playlist in the video description below. Go back to the introductory video. Start in the very beginning and then go through the episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Progress in an orderly, systematic fashion. That's how the whole thing was designed. Everything was laid out for you. And these are problems that I've said over and over again throughout the series. If we had one of these problems, it would be enough to fully disqualify Paul. If we had just one. But we don't have one. We have more than 40 issues. So continue to press in. If you haven't yet gone back, go back. Do it today. Don't wait. Don't wait until tomorrow or next week or put it off to next month. Start today. Start today. Go back to the beginning and go through the series. Don't judge the matter until you hear the facts, until you hear everything that's laid out, until you see the evidence firsthand. No matter what you think you already understand and know, I urge you out of love, go back and do it. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Continue to seek him while he can still be found. Until next time, shalom.